Good morning, class 10. Now, in the previous class, we had discussed about the substance of praise. That means we can say that there was a discussion, or rather, you can say there was a kind of opinion given by Bassanio regarding the portrait that he found inside the lead casket. Now, when he opened the lead casket, he was so very happy to see the beautiful portrait present in that lead casket that he started to praise that portrait. And while he was praising the portrait, he said about the eyes of the portrait, saying, eyes in the portrait, saying that the eyes were so very beautiful to look at, and it looked as if to whichever direction he was moving, it seemed them that they are also in the same motion, or you can say they are also looking in the same direction. Now it's just similar to, remember that it's just similar to the fact that when you watch a television, and if there is a news anchor and he is like telecasting the news and he's present over there in the television, you are able to see him. What will happen is, to whichever direction you will move around the room, you will always find that the portrait is all the time looking at you only and nowhere else. So this is what he is also trying to explain over here by telling that are these eyeballs moving, or they are moving on riding on the balls of mine. Further, he also again praises the eyes of Portia, starts to praise the eyes of Portia from line number 126 onwards, where he talks about saying that how could the painter who has actually drawn the portrait have that much courage so as to draw so very beautiful eyes, because he believed that those eyes were so very lucrative and so very attractive that when he would have drawn the first eye only, the eye in itself would have, it's written over here, would have the power to steal both the eyes of the painter and leaving the painting to be unfurnished, that is, and then he would have left the painting incomplete. So he was just wondering for the fact that how could that painter have that much courage that he was able to draw both the beautiful eyes of Portia. Then he starts to praise the lips that were there. So when he starts to praise the lips, the breath that was coming out from the mouth of Portia, he believed and he has regarded it to be a sugary breath, and he was really like regarding the lips, that is the upper and the lower lips, to be so very sweet kind of restriction, or you can say they were like so very sweet kind of friends which have been separated by the sugary breath coming out from the mouth of Portia. Now till here he has described the eyes of Portia at two places. So you'll be writing, when you're writing the answers to these kind of questions, you may club in both the points of the eyes and then elaborate all together. That won't be a problem. And then you can start elaborating about the lips of Portia. Okay. Then he starts to elaborate and explain about the beautiful hair, or the golden mesh, which he regards it to be a golden mesh. So he was like in a way starting to describe the golden hair of Portia, and while describing the golden hair of Portia, he starts to say that here the painter has actually played the role of a spider. Now playing the role of a spider means what is that he has acted as a spider, trying to behave just like a spider who actually weaves a kind of a mesh. Like for example, we take the case of a spider, he makes a web for himself. Now what is the basic purpose for a spider to make a web? Can you tell me that? The basic purpose for like making a web by the spider is just one only, and what is the basic purpose is that he just wants to catch the gnats. Gnats. Gnats means the small insects which actually act as his prey. So here it has been explained over here that the spider, when he builds a beautiful web, he builds it, and he builds it very beautifully just to catch the attention of the insects or the gnats in his cobweb. Why? Because he wants to use them as his prey. Similarly, the painter who has actually made the portrait of Portia has also made it in such a beautiful manner as if they look just like a kind of a golden mesh. A golden mesh means a kind of a golden net, and that golden net has been made in such a beautiful manner that it looks as if that golden net has been made by the painter just to entrap the wisest, that is, just to catch the attention of the wise people. That is why it's written here that the painter here has woven a golden mesh to entrap the hearts of men faster than the gnats in the cobwebs. Now it has also been compared that the speed with which a spider is able to catch the insects in its web is of a lesser speed as compared to even the hair which have been drawn by the painter, that is the golden hair drawn by the painter, and they've drawn so very beautifully that they have got a much speedier process of catching the attention of men as compared to the spider. Is this clear? Now till here it has been, I'm just repeating the things again so that you're able to revise.